Hello everybody, it's your old buddy, your old pal, your old confidant, Charlie from Brave New Weird. I'm back today and I've got a really fun video lined up. I'm super excited about it. I've had it on my list for a while, and it's also one that I can do kind of like multiple installments of, so I always like those because I can get more videos out of it. Today I'm talking about 5 kids meal toys that you may have forgotten about. And you know, we all loved kids meal toys growing up, and usually we talk about McDonald's for the most part. I think we all know that. But you know what? Lots of other fast food restaurants did kids meals and had toys. I'm always the guy that's gonna be digging deep for that weird crap, you know, that not so mainstream stuff. So I'm bringing it to you today, okay? Let's dig deep. Kids meal toys you may have forgotten. First up, we're gonna head back to 1995, and speaking of McDonald's, you may remember, I believe in 93, McDonald's put out a set of Dinosaurs, the sitcom water squirter toys, and we all know and love those. But did you know that 2 years later in 95, Subway released a kids pack, that was the name of their kids meal, with dinosaur toys? And these were pretty simple. They were mostly like little plastic or PVC figures, and they had connecting jigsaw puzzle bases, so you could take the figures off, it looks like, and also put them on the base, connect them all, and have just like a little family portrait. And I don't really think there's anything else to do with these except that, but to me, I love stuff like that. I love things that were easily displayable. Earl, Baby, Fran, Robbie, and Charlene in the set. I don't know if Subway still does kids meals. I have no idea. I don't eat it Subway really ever. Yeah, 1995, killing it with the dinosaurs, the Sinclairs. Up next, let's head over to Hardee's in 1994. Hardee's was a great restaurant. We had one in my town that I loved, and I have very fond memories of going there with my parents. Lots and lots of good kids meal toys. I mean, I remember quite a few. I want to say Smurfs were a big one there, and they just always did like the PVC figures, which I loved. I want to say they did California Raisins, but we're not talking about those today because I vividly remember them, so I'm doing the ones I do not remember. So let's head to 1994. Hardee's did a Nicktoons kids meal, and in 94, if you remember, Nicktoons were the shit, okay? Like, it was top tier television programming. We've got Doug, we've got Ren and Stimpy, we've got Rocko's Modern Life, we've got Rugrats, we've got all kinds of stuff. And that's what they covered in this kids meal. And these were little rolling cars with figures on them. And I don't know if they were like the pull back and go or just like forward rolling, but we had representation from all 4 of those cartoons. We had Doug and Pork Chop. Doug on a race car, Pork Chop on a little skateboard, Angelica and Tommy Pickles from Rugrats. They were on rocking horses and a tricycle. Rocco and Spunky from Rocko's Modern Life. Rocco's on a little vacuum cleaner and Spunky is on his bowl that rolls. Super cute. And then my favorite, hands down, if you know anything about me, you know I am a huge Ren and Stimpy fan. They did Ren and Stimpy on little spaceships that rolled, and this is obviously a nod to the Space Madness episode in Ren and Stimpy that I personally love so much. Gotta get my hands on a couple of these. Now let's head over to another fast food chain that I super duper loved growing up, and that is Dairy Queen. Yes, DQ. That's what I like about Texas. I was always such a huge fan of Dairy Queen as a kid. I mean, the blizzards, all the frozen treats, the steak finger baskets, just so good. And all their packaging always had cool Dennis the Menace stuff on it, which I liked. I thought that was cool. I was always a big fan of like the Sunday morning comics. And while I think they did some Dennis the Menace toys there for their kids meal, today I am talking about something that appealed to me big time. And that is, in the year 2000, Dairy Queen teamed up with Boomerang and Cartoon Network to bring us 12 Hanna-Barbera mini plushies, individually bagged goodness. And I am such a massive Hanna-Barbera fan. I've had multiple collections of Hanna-Barbera stuff, and these are just so vibrant and beautiful to look at. I'm not much of a plushie guy overall, but these really tug at my little heartstrings because they're so cute. There's 12 of them. You could get them free with your kids meal, or you could pay 99 cents if you weren't getting a kids meal and pick one up. But yeah, 12 of them, that's a lot of options for a kids meal. Love these, gotta pick one up. I'm gonna go on eBay soon and just grab one. Next up, we have a really interesting one. So we're heading back to Hardee's, and this is unlike anything I've ever really seen in a kids meal. So these are called 3D theaters, and the one I'm specifically talking about today was 1983 release. I think they did this a couple times, but this was for Marvel Comics. And so these 3D theaters are basically your kids meal box. On one side of the box, there are 3D glasses attached, sort of like you're looking through windows. And you look through that and you're given a Marvel comic. They had several characters in this one, Spider-Man, Hulk, stuff like that. And you basically pull the comic through the box and watch it turn to life 3D. So it's a really cool idea, and I love the art on these boxes. It looks like they were really pushing Firestar and Iceman too, which makes me think that this would have been a big push for the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends cartoon that came out, I think, in like 81. This release was in 83 at Hardee, so yeah, that was probably really hot at the time. Otherwise, Firestar and Iceman, I mean, it's so random. I always thought that was random picks for that cartoon and even for this release, but I understand why they did it. Also, you've got some cool like characters on the box. You've got a Frankenstein on one, you've got a Dracula on another one. Just like all these random people kind of like they're lined up around the block to watch a movie at the theater. I have to have one of these boxes now. I'm totally gonna make that happen. Hardee's 3D Theater Marvel Comics boxes. And last but definitely not least, this is a really cool kids meal release from 95. And this is a Taco Bell kids meal, which again, I kind of remember kids meals at Taco Bell. I did look this up, and apparently you get like a cheese roll up or a chicken roll up, chips, and the cinnamon twists and a drink. So that was kind of a cool little kids meal. But this was a promotion they did in 95 for the cartoon The Tick, which is a longtime favorite of mine. And it looks like they did like maybe a couple Tick kids meals, so I was getting a little confused when I was researching this, but the one I'm focusing on today had 5 toy options, and they were really neat. So the one that really stands out is they had a Power Roller Tick figure, so it's like Tick on little wheels, and he rolls through a little paper wall that it comes with, like he's breaking through it. So cool. They had an Arthur wall climber, actually more like a wall go downer, I guess. You throw him on the wall, like those like creepy crawly things, but he's got little sticky ends on his wings, and it's like he's like crawling down the wall. Super cool. They had a Tick finger puppet. So random. One option were like window clings, like just art cell kind of things. I guess you just stick them on the window, almost like a sticker that you look at through glass, which is kind of cool. I mean, it was very different. And then the last option, they had a villain, which I'm not even really familiar with this villain. I don't remember him. His name was Thrakazorg, and he was a water squirter. It's like this green slimy guy. I don't remember this villain at all, which is odd because like I kind of know the Tick universe a bit. Maybe it just escaped me. I don't know. I'm not all-knowing. Okay, everybody, lay off. All right, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I may do another one of these soon, and it was fun for me. I don't own any of these, so there's nothing to like show off, but I really enjoyed talking about them and hopefully teaching you a thing or two about kids meal toys. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.